when I said like you hate my lifestyle, there's people that envy your lifestyle. You know, there's always somebody that's gonna envy you. It's always gonna have people that hate you, right?
Mm-hmm.
For like never changing, you know, I'm never gonna change up. It's always gonna be me. It's just me doing me.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, what does Kismett mean? Where did you get that name from?
Honestly, I was just on like Google searching up like cool ass names in Arabic, and that shit just popped up.
That's fire. Do you know what it means
Yeah,
in
what does
Arabic?
it stand for?
It stands for like destiny and fate.
That's fire.
Gotcha. And so that's like the correlation to your music, right? It's like where you just
Yeah.
want to align everything, destiny, fate,
Like
music.
destiny.
You know what I mean?
Like it's just,
Yeah,
it's destined to happen. Like I'm destined to blow up type shit.
I love
yeah.
that.
Just locking and manifesting, locking that shit in.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Nah, I got you and everything. So Kismet, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, did you grow up in Florida? Are you originally from Miami?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Or did you move later on
Born and
from
raised,
there?
born and raised.
Oh yeah.
Born and
So
raised.
one question, bro, is I think from the other side of the internet, everybody sees Florida as this crazy place, right? Like you got like the Florida
Yeah.
guy, news articles, you got Kodak, you got that whole movement of people. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very huge scene, and they've been a big part of rap like the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
As growing up in that music scene and now joining, being a part of it, like what has that experience been like for the other side of the world? If people don't know, what's Florida like? You know what I mean? What is the Florida music scene to you?
It's just crazy, honestly, all around. Like the shit that we having in here. The
And do you
music's
think,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, do you think there's a lot of like chaos surrounding it, or is
Yeah.
it misunderstood? You know what I'm saying? Because I
It's a
think
bit of
there's 2
both.
degrees. Yeah.
A bit of both.
And what do you
Honestly.
mean by that? What can be misunderstood about Florida? Like, what
That
do you
we're
think
crazy.
people
Like
might
that
get
we're all
wrong?
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know how to do
That's
crazy
not that's
stuff.
not all of y'all.
No, we vibe. We
Uh-huh.
vibe.
Nah, there's some chillers out there.
Florida man's real. That's not all of y'all.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
seen the headlines,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's seen that.
But there's
shit.
a bit of
Crazy.
that in all of us, you know.
No, definitely. Well, and like you said, anywhere you go, you'll definitely
Yeah.
you'll see some
Yeah.
folks that got their head on their shoulders, and you know some folks
Yeah.
still figuring stuff out. But
Nah, definitely.
that makes sense for sure. Is there anyone in that local scene that you know you got your eyes on? You know, maybe we'll be able to collaborate. You know, this would be a cool project. You know, whether you've talked to them or you know haven't had that conversation yet.
That's a good question. I've tried contacting La Tyler's team.
Tyler.
Well,
Okay,
Tyler, yeah, I forgot he is from Florida.
I tried getting with that.
that's cool.
I don't know if you guys heard of the artist ZZ.
ZZ.
Mm-mm.
I'm not familiar with ZZ.
He's like he's signed by Grade A.
Okay.
Cool. And is he
Yeah.
near your area? Is he like kind of Miami area? I know.
Yeah,
Florida's
yeah,
big
like
as
around
hell,
there.
You know what I mean?
Around
Go
there,
down to
Miami.
Orlando, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire.
No,
But
definitely.
honestly, I'm not too familiar with like the Florida artists. I'm more like out Cali around there, you know, all those artists like DC, obviously, and
Yeah.
Young Fazo. I got a song with Fazo and DC actually.
I was gonna say I saw that you were working on something with DC the Don, right?
Yeah, that's coming into me soon. Pretty sure in December I'm getting the verse back from what I've heard.
Ooh.
And you guys met, correct? Like you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
had met in person. Yeah, so that was the picture. I know we were talking about that before the interview. But what was that process like meeting DC the Dawn, kind of getting that feature set up and just, you know what I mean? Just how was that in general? Like I know a lot of people see these artists on stage, but you got to talk to them, you know what I mean? On your own come up. So what was that
What's
like?
up?
Oh, I used to work for his manager, well, his previous manager,
Okay.
713 Brand. I would help him with his clips for his YouTube channel and everything.
Nice.
Then I got in to the Miami show, and like they were coming in through like the bag, and I saw them, and I went up to them, and he just knew who I was automatically, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe like had conversations with manager or something.
Yeah, yeah. The manager knew who I was automatically, and he knew who I was.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
So if there's, you know, listening to your catalog, like JMCL said, you know, preparing for this, we got to, you know, revisit your catalog. I was just curious if there's a song that's most meaningful to you, or you know, if there's a song of yours that's your favorite out of you know
It's
all your songs.
released or
Released?
unreleased.
Either way. So I want to hear both answers. So released first, and then you know if there's an unreleased song that you know that trumps it.
I don't know my discography, so let me check.
I feel you. It's like I gotta pull everything out.
Yeah, released too much. Let me check that for you right now.
It's like saying, oh, what has this came out yet? I don't know. You know.
Yeah, because I mostly show you guys unreleased.
Yeah, that's one of
we
the
do hear a lot of it.
That's one of the things I love about that live stream is getting a look into your guys's, like you said, true discography. You know, whether or not it comes out,
what you're excited about, like what you're holding in the behind the scenes.
I just created this. Like,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it might or may not drop it, but listen, like I love that.
That song that I like that means the most to me, released, probably Heart Attached.
Heart Attached. Okay.
I was just messing around on that one, you know. Wrote it, didn't think anything of it. Wasn't gonna make it on like anything. until I made it, and I just sped up the vocals, and I was like, okay, this is fire.
So
Like,
you're
nah,
kind
like,
of
now
you're kind of on the
now I'm
whim.
attached.
Well,
Like,
and
Yeah,
is there one that's on release that you wanted to?
it's definitely all the times,
and
or
what
like
type of track is that?
it's like an acoustic one, like completely acoustic, just a vibe laid back.
What's meaningful to you about that one?
It was just vibing, I was in the studio with my engineer, Coach. Amazing engineer, by the way. Definitely, we were just vibing, just creating stuff, chopping it up. And the second one, probably Worldwide.
Worldwide.
I wrote that.
You showed us that one, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah. Okay, I
DC's
was gonna
on.
say. Yeah, I was like that
Okay.
one. That one sounded. That one reminded me.
I was like, title's ringing a bell.
I made that one January 1st, like literally right after New Year's.
Of
I just
last
got in the
year?
studio, like this year. I got in the studio and just did what I did,
That's
tried
fine.
my sound out.
New year, new you.
You Kismett.
New sound.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans to release either of those? Or
Yeah,
are those
all the times is the outro to an album I'm working on.
nice
I'm still between the name Anemonia or Superstar.
for the album?
I'm probably gonna go Anemonia most likely because that's like the name I've been hyping up the most.
It
But
kind of
that's the
sounds
outro.
like different.
It sounds like an album name, you know.
The
It's got that
outro.
like sound to it.
And then Worldwide is fifth track.
Fifth
Oh,
track
that's gonna be
on
on
it.
the same project.
Yeah, they're
That's
both
cool.
ones.
And Love Yourself, that kind of brings me to another one. So I seen just looking numbers wise, you know what I mean? That was the biggest song that I'd seen on your SoundCloud. When I checked it,
Yeah.
it was sitting at 18.4K plays. You know what I'm saying? Not bad at all. That's a pretty, you know what I'm saying? That's a pretty good 18,000 people have heard it
And
essentially.
something about that song is I made that as a demo originally. It was like my first song I ever made. Well, second in the studio because I did it back to back.
Really?
And it was a
Eh.
demo. I had 30 seconds and I recorded it again and just dropped it. We
Well,
got a promo.
And what was the promo? What was the process of getting that? So, a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, they're just dropping their first songs. Maybe they don't have as many fans yet. Maybe they don't have as much notice. What was that process of getting that song from that, like, okay, 100 plays to now we're up to the 15,000s or 10,000s? Like, what, how did you make that happen? What did you do to get to that point? Because I know that's like you don't have to share all the sauce, but a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, it's good inspiration of like, it's where a lot of artists are headed or want to be. So, just coming from someone who's already accomplished that in a, you know what I'm saying, to a degree where you're at. So,
I honestly just promoted it for a good month, then let it sink, and I guess it got spread around like SoundCloud, like my playlisting and all that.
playlisting. Hell yeah.
And promo, was that through? Were you creating social media content around it? Were
Yeah,
you telling
TikTok,
it a lot of people,
paying for a
texting it out to
playlist.
friends and family? Okay, nice.
Hey,
TikTok playlists. That's cool.
hell yeah, man. Nah, that's good to see. One thing I've noticed about you is you're like with your character, your personality, you're very upfront. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the first artists who hit us up who said, hey, I'm ready to come on stream. I saw you let somebody else on stream, or you guys are, you know what I mean? You're accepting people, you're ready to go. When those streams are getting started, you're out there right away on the forefront. I think a lot of artists are kind of timid to kind of put themselves out there and take that step out to the public, or
Not quite as ready to jump in.
yeah, take that risk. What is it, you know what I'm saying, about you that really gives you that drive of like, I'm ready to go. I'm trying to be on camera. I'm trying to be here. Obviously, exposure is awesome and everything like that. But you know what I'm saying? Was it just inspiration from, oh, I love just media and YouTube and all this stuff? Is like, I'd love to be a part of that too with the music, or, you know what I'm saying? What is it that's really pushing you to just take all these risks, get yourselves out there besides obviously the music blowing up and all that? Like,
or do you just know how to get your name out? You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Know
Is
how to
that
show out
what is it? You know what I'm saying?
environments.
Just courage? Is it just, you know what I mean? Like,
Honestly, it's all about being a people person. You feel me? Like I just want to get out there, meet new people, make new musical people. You feel me? Just collab in general.
yeah, networking for sure.
Be in those right
Networking,
environments.
exactly. There you go. That's the right word for it.
Yeah, and
Networking.
I think with social media these days, it's one of the most important things you can do. Like you see all the artists coming onto Twitch streams, like Kismett has done big things for artists. Like they know they're dropping an album. You know what I mean? What's that extra promo one? What might be, you know what I mean?
exactly.
They went to Kaisen. So it's like just seeing this and, you know what I'm saying, joining us as we're coming up on our journey and everything like that is like, first off, we appreciate you being a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff like this, coming to interviews, everything like that. But yeah, like, I don't know, it's just cool as hell to see artists stepping out and playing that part and playing their role. You know what I mean? But I think more people need to do it. So I was just curious, like, well, what do you tell those other people who may be timid, you know what I mean, shy about it?
Honestly, just go with the flow. Like,
Go with the flow.
that's how you get your music out there. Just going with the flow.
Not putting too much
Building
pressure on it,
connections.
but enough
Nothing.
pressure.
Yeah. And sometimes the comments will get to you, but just, brush
Right.
them off your shoulder.
Does that ever affect you at all? Comments, anything
Sometimes,
like
yeah. Sometimes, I let it get to me, but
that? Everybody
then I
gets
bounce
them.
back. I bounced back.
Yeah.
Hey, on the flip side of that, I'm curious, what's the best compliment you've ever received from your music, and who gave it to you?
It was you guys. I think it was my voice.
Just hearing. So what did that compliment do for you? What did
It
that
helped
feedback
me.
do for you?
It helped me lean in more to like the singy shit.
That's cool. That's cool. Just that hearing, okay, this actually connected.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Oh yeah. And just going a little bit off topic. Obviously you're a fan of music, right?
Yeah.
So what was your favorite music video growing up? Like, is there a certain music video that just like never left your head? Just, you know what I'm saying? That was your favorite. You'll always come back to it. You'll always know it. Was
It's
there a
gonna be.
video like that for you?
It's gonna be weird, but like Nowadays by Lil Skies.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
nowadays,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good shit.
That
Like
music
Lyrical
video was heat.
Lemonade. Yeah, dude, they had such good music videos. Like they have very memorable ones in my head. Like the Ski Mask the Slump God one.
Yeah, all of them were
Where
fire.
yeah,
I'd watch all of them.
yeah, exactly. No, I was just curious because I know a lot of people have that music video in their head that's like, oh, this one. I remember
Yeah.
One Night by Lil Yachty, like that shit. Like that was one of my favorite music videos when I was younger. Like it's just something about it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
A good music video, I feel like, really drives home the connection between an artist and a song. Because I feel like oftentimes you can hear a song and, oh, I really like this experience, or like I can connect this to a moment in my life. But it can sometimes you don't necessarily know what the artist looks like. So if I was to see him, on a picture, I might not be like, oh, that's the guy who made that song. But when there's a music video, you can kind of connect, oh, this is the song. Oh, that's the guy or, the girl, whoever made the music.
Yeah.
I feel like it really helps connect the fan to the person who made the music. Is there anything in your career, visually wise that, you're looking to explore?
Yeah, music videos definitely. I want to get into that, but I just haven't had the time or like the paper for it. You feel me?
No,
Like
that makes
upfront.
sense. Well, and like you said, it's not cheap. It's not easy
No.
to make those music videos happen. So, props on you for, taking the time to get it, strategized the right way, really putting in the paper to, get what you create
What
that
I want.
experience for your fans. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, don't settle for less. Just one thing. As an artist, you know what I'm saying, recording music, everything like that, all the above. What things have come pretty easy to you as an artist? You know what I'm saying? What things have you really been like, oh yeah, this is my shit. Like I got this, whether it's just the writing the songs, making the content. And what are the things where you're like, you've had to be like, oh, I know I just got to put the extra effort. Like I've had to push myself harder on this part. Like for me, is like certain parts is like love the writing. I really had to push myself on the mixing side. You know what I mean? Not a bad way, but it was just for me, that was like the ups and downs of where I was at. You know what I mean? I think every artist has their strengths and weaknesses, but right now for you, like what's
100%.
been super awesome for you so far? Like, oh God, this has been great. I'm killing this part. I'm surprising myself. What are the parts where you're like, I'm determined, I got to put the extra energy, but it's still worth it. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I used to suck at like going with the flow, but I'm getting better at it. Like I need to like get better flow, but I'm slowing down. Like I used to rap really fast, but now I don't. Like I know how to go with the beat. It was something that I realized it was really bad, and then something I want to work on definitely for sure is ad libs. Like I don't know.
Ad-libs.
Yeah,
Ad-libs game.
yeah, the ad lib game.
That's one for me too. I always have to remind myself, like, okay, now put in the ad
Yep,
libs.
get
Or,
'em
like,
in there.
kind of think now, what do I want to say here? Sometimes I'll see other artists, they hop up on the mic, they just, all right, now record the ad libs, and I don't know if they've pre-thought about it or they
Yeah.
just it's second nature. It comes to
Yeah.
them. But
There's
I know for
people like that.
I was like for myself, sometimes I'll be like sitting there, like, okay, I need an ad lib here. Like, what is that gonna be? Like,
Yeah.
I relate to that very heavily.
But to me, I lean more towards layers because I do more of the singy shit, the sad
I
shit,
see
the
it.
love shit. So the layers is more my thing. I love layers. Layers, yeah, that's my shit.
I love that, and I feel like layers are so
You can do so much with them.
well,
Yeah.
and I feel like they're underestimated.
The
when I was getting
value of
into
having them in the song.
when I was getting into creating music, I definitely didn't. It wasn't until a couple years in that I was finally like, oh, like you said, the harmonies, the adding the layers and the textures that I didn't really fully understand the value of that. Is there anything that you want to share with the the upcoming artist, the new artist that maybe you underlooked as you first started getting into making music?
Definitely take your time with stuff. Don't rush into dropping.
Don't rush into dropping. I think that's so powerful.
Do you think
Even
people do it because of excitement, or is it just because like kind of an anxiousness in their head of this should be out, just like a predetermined like mindset, or why do you think people rush into stuff? You know what I
I
mean?
think
As
it
an
has.
artist.
I think it has to do exactly with what you said, but at the same time, consistency. Because if you don't drop, you get forgotten completely. We've seen it
Yep.
time and time again with other artists.
And I love that you said that, Kismet, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Is I think there's 100% an element of, oh, I'm excited, I want to share this with people. I think there's a piece of that for sure. But it's also come to a point where there's so many people saying, if you don't drop every week or you don't drop every month, like you're not going to build a fan base. Where I
Yeah,
think sometimes artists have heard so much where they're
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
don't
like
know which
I
side to
have
think.
to, like if I fail, and so I think that's also creeped in. So
Mhm.
I love how you brought that up as well, Kismet.
especially if you drop a lot, like on Spotify, you get more front page, is what I've heard.
Yeah, it's like I've heard that. I've heard similar things about just releasing on Spotify and just, you know what I'm saying, the playlists and stuff like that. Obviously, you're going to track more and everything like that. But I think the quality of the music has to keep pushing with it. Oh, yeah, good to hear.
Hey, that's exciting. All right, hey Kismet, when you meet somebody new or somebody runs across you on the internet, what's the first thing that you'd want them to know about you?
That's a good question. Fuck. Honestly, it's all love and respect, just trying to work in general, create something, just have a vibe.
That's
A
beautiful.
genuine friendship, you feel me?
I love that. You want to build. You're not here to to
Yeah,
tear people down.
Yeah.
I'm never that.
You're here
You're
to
showing them
express
you're
and create.
open. You know what I'm saying? You're open.
Yeah, and there's somebody that's actually helped me a lot with music in the music industry. His name is Jupwell. Pretty famous on TikTok
And
and
what is
on
he known
Instagram.
for?
When I put it like this, honestly, he's known for his indie pop, but
Okay.
he blew up on TikTok for like making diss tracks on grandmas.
Yo, I think that's funny because I think I've heard his his TikTok songs. I'm interested to hear his other songs now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
peep that,
But
bro.
what was that impact he's had on you?
He just helped me out with my sound, honestly, and trying out other stuff.
That's
Just
beautiful.
hope you kind of like gain the direction that you wanted to keep heading towards. Just kind of
Yeah,
help you stay on
kind
track. I feel that. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? That was good. And with your music, I know you, like you're saying, you got to look through your catalog. You got a good amount of lyrics written out there. But was there one thing that you wrote that was just like, yeah, this is raw, like this right here, this is some real shit? Like, was there?
Like this is my hardest
Yeah,
bar. Like,
exactly. Was there any? Like particular bar in a song, or maybe even like a couple? If you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you got more than
Yeah.
one.
It was said you hate my lifestyle, but I swear I'm never changing. Told me put the blown down, but I picked it up and face it. Said you hate my songs and how you think I'll never make it, but I don't care because everything I do, you say you hate it.
hey, that one just like hit home
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, that was a line that I really liked,
I love
and
that.
I was on worldwide.
That was on
So
worldwide.
this
I
is
was
an
gonna say that.
unreleased bar.
That's the
That's
verse
cool.
I need to fix up because it sounded a little bit off key.
And what is that? Just going into it. So like in your world, what does that like those bars mean to you? Because like as a viewer, I'd interpret that as
Like
like
we all might have
yeah,
our own. I
Yeah,
love
like
art like that, but yeah,
exactly. I was just curious, like what does it mean more to you? Because I think as a viewer, I might be like, oh, like
like I have
he's
this
got
own.
it going. Yeah, he like
Yeah,
you keep telling him no. It's like you're not believing in him. You know what I mean? It's like almost in that sense. It's like he knows he's got it going. You know what I mean? You can't really tell what's right for him. You tell him put the blunt down, saying he's never gonna make it. Like how
I
do you
mean,
know what
I
I
have a
mean?
little techno moment. I don't smoke. I
No,
don't do
no,
none of
no,
that. Little
hey,
techno
no
moment.
worries, bro. No worries. But in that sense, it's like it could be anything. Like, hey, telling you
Yeah.
not to do this. This might not be good for you.
So like
Hey, I don't think this is good for you. You know?
when I said like you hate my lifestyle, there's people that envy your lifestyle. There's gonna be always somebody that's gonna envy you. It's always gonna have people that hate you, right?
Mhm.
And then for like never changing, I'm never gonna change up. It's always gonna be me. It's just me doing me. And then for that, said you hate my songs because everybody's gonna hate on you always. You're always gonna have a hater. You're never always gonna be loved by someone. You feel me?
no, that's
That's
real,
really about it.
Yeah.
and that's wisdom. Being able to come into it and say, look, there's always gonna be support. There's always gonna be challenge. How can
100%.
I move unfazed? By either one of those.
Yeah, exactly. How do I keep the middle grounds between this journey? Because it is, you can lean into both sides of this rap game pretty hard. You see people do it on both sides. People really lean into the hate, and it can kind of do a couple of things. People really lean in the positive and block that hate out. You know what I'm saying? There's both
100%.
sides of that rap shit. So it's like it is
And
good. It's
and you
like
can
how do you
also
balance it?
see people have a balance. Like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Find the balance right in the middle. It's
Mhm.
like, and that's why I feel like where the bar rule comes in. It's like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, no,
That's what you
definitely.
see in this game is you see both.
It's gonna be there.
Look for the people doing the middle. Yeah, exactly. How do you balance that shit? Sorry to rant on that part, but it's like it does have deeper meaning if you think about it.
100% it does.
And I don't know. This might be along the same path, maybe not, but what impact do you want to have on your listeners? What do you want people to think about or remember?
About
How
me,
do you about you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna come out with a different sound. It's never gonna be the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always out here trying everything new. You guys heard it for yourself. I'm always trying different sounds, experimenting. That's
That's
what I want to be
beautiful.
known for. Experimental shit.
It's giving them excitement, always having something new to look forward to, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's how people felt
Different
about
genres.
X and people like that. Is like when the people are really fans, I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna drop. I feel like that's what makes it all the more fun. You know what I mean? Like in
Exactly.
his case of music. And I
I
think
could
that
drop
applies to you
trap the
too.
next day
Yeah,
and
yeah,
go on a
exactly. It
fucking
gives you
house
freedom.
song.
It gives you freedom as an artist.
So you're talking, I might drop trap one day, house the next song. I feel like this might be an interesting question, just kind of like on the tails of that. If your music was an ice cream flavor, what flavor would it be?
Shit. Okay, fuck. A mixture of like cookies and cream with some like shit, like some strawberry,
He's got the toppings in there.
some gummy bears on the top. You feel me?
I see you. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. I like that. I like that. Is there a
Seasonal.
where's
Who
the
don't fuck
strawberries
with-
come in? Where's the gummy bear?
Who don't fuck with gummy bears, strawberries, and cookies and cream? Come on.
I see you.
That's
Okay,
true.
it's just we got like it's a little bit of different pieces that we all sprinkle together.
It's like you have like the guilty pleasure. Like when they come to you, they can get a little bit of everything, all of the sweet stuff combined into one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said it right. There you go.
Yeah, you got all the sweets, all the shit you love that you like. Let's
There
throw
you
it all in.
go.
Yeah, most
All in
people
the
wouldn't do
bowl.
it. Most people wouldn't do it, but Kismett would.
With all these different ingredients in the bowl.
Yeah.
And you know what? That makes perfect sense after
On some
what you said
Powerpuff shit,
before.
you feel
Like
me?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
You got the trap, you got the house, you got it
Yeah,
all
he's
in the
not
bowl.
combining flavors. He's his flavor, but he's got every topping you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've heard people say, "Oh, I'm kind of a combine of these flavors." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "No, the toppings are."
It's like you got to throw the toppings in because, like you said, it's not combined. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that.
Nah, that's a cool way to look at it. Nah, for sure. Just speaking about your music and everything like that, I know everybody kind of has an envisionment of themselves in their heads. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like where
years.
is this? Where are your goals set? Where are your goals set? Is it having a certain amount of albums out? Is it say, hey, I want to be touring by this time, or I want to have a song that's hit 1 million plays by this time? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even have to be 5 years, but like what are some goals as an artist that you're really setting for yourself of like, I'm gonna strive, I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna hit these? Because I feel like just as a person, sometimes it's like it's hard to succeed when you don't have goals, right? When you're just working towards something that you're like, I don't even know what I'm working towards. It makes the shit a little bit harder. But as an artist, you know what I'm saying? For you, like, what are those long-term goals that you want to set yourself up for, that you're striving for?
Definitely around like 500K to 1 million monthly listeners. That's what I really want to just nail down because that's hard enough.
Mhm.
And at least a few songs of maybe like 500K or 1 million.
Gotcha. So you're kind of like really pushing like the numeral, like you want to see the numbers go up. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
really just want to see the
that's what I
reach
want,
of
numbers.
yeah, you want to push your reach of how many people are hearing you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No, I think that's a good answer. You're really worried on just expanding, getting the music out there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good thing to be focused on. I think it can be distracting in the game, so it's good to just know where you're at and just be like, yep, these are the goals. Here's where we're at. We're gonna hit these by this time. You know? So good shit, bro.
All right,
Yeah.
so the last question I really had kind of prepared was I'm curious, do you have a favorite? And we talked about the favorite bar that you spit, kind of like that you've used, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
do you have a recurring favorite or go-to either line or rhyme scheme? Like I know when I used to freestyle a lot, like in the backseat cars, there'd be like a few kind of like crush lines, that I might lean back on.
Go-to.
Yeah, like the go-tos that like like just as I'm freestyling, it comes to my mind a few times. Are there anything like that for you where it's this, whether it's a rhyme scheme or a certain word that you like, or a phrase?
Certain word I like. Let me think. So every song has a different rhyme scheme too. So I can't tell you honestly. This one I can't answer.
There's not going to be a single go-to.
Yeah, there's not really a go-to. It's just there,
It depends on what comes on the instrumental.
Yeah, what comes up on the instrumental.
No,
Because
I
every
hear that for
instrumental you
sure.
get a different rhyme.
Nah, for sure. You got a different, like you said, different melody, different thought process, different vibe you're gonna
100%.
follow. All of it.
I'm not gonna be rapping like popping people on a guitar beat. You feel me?
I know, huh?
Nah,
You
I
all
get
got
it.
some like Beethoven going in the background, and it's just some like drill shit. Like,
Yeah.
For quite the blend that would be. But this was one of my last questions as well for you, Kismet. This is one question I more of just thought of like just now, just thinking about our combos so far. if you were, you know what I'm saying, yourself right now, what advice would you give to your younger self? Like as an artist or as a creative or
Love that
you know what I'm
question.
saying, just in general. Like if you had the chance now, like what would you go back and tell yourself? The version of yourself that's like
That
dreaming to
has
be
just
like
started.
exactly.
Just take it slow. You don't got
Just
to worry
take
about
it
what other
slow.
people think.
Mm-mm.
It's beautiful. Don't compare yourself.
Yeah.
Don't go trying to get in other people's lanes. Just take it slow, step by step.
Exactly. I would tell myself the same thing, bro. Slow down. Like
Yeah,
Be
you're doing
patient,
too
be
much.
patient.
exactly. Yeah, your head's everywhere. Saying focus on the ideas that you really have that passion for, you know. Like that's the type of shit I would tell myself too. I get you. Is there anything you want to say, you know, to your fans out there watching, to people who watch this interview and they're looking to go check out more of your music, get to know you more, like through the music or thing? Is there things you want to push? Any projects? Any, you know what I'm saying? Anything for the people, basically. You got anything you want to close this out with?
Tape in January, a DC song in January. That's all I got to say.
You got it.
Y'all be on the lookout.
You haven't decided on the name, right? So that's still to be
The
determined.
name's already there. Santa Moya.
Anyway, okay. So
Okay, there you
you made
go.
the decision
Which
now.
I think you guys know the name about that, right?
You might have told us before, but remind us.
You
Just
told
in
us.
case
I didn't
anyone
know
who hasn't
the-
seen.
It would be Nostalgia for a Time Never Had.
That's for the tape, right?
It was this cover art. Let me show you guys what I mean. You guys will know if I show you.
That's with the sunset.
It's this one, yeah. If the camera could just show it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I was
we'll
gonna
pop
say.
it up on the.
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
pop it up
send
on
it
the
to
screen.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll have a little pop up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Pop up. Hey, Kismett, we appreciate you pulling up, being here,
appreciate you guys.
being part of this community. You know, you've shared unreleased music. You've helped review music.
Showed you
coming
guys
up
some
here.
country.
That's right.
Some
That's right.
country.
Wait, one of your
Oh,
first.
Well, yeah,
I think that was
that's
the first country song we heard.
We're like we don't get as much country as some other genres. So
I was
You guys
like,
ever had
that's
I
like
was
one of
what?
few. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard the beat start playing. I was like, is this gonna like turn into some trap? Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
like
Some
some
trap
country
drums
trap.
start hitting out
I
of
switched it
nowhere.
up on you.
Yeah, dude, I really just wasn't expecting it, but I think it is cool to step out. If there's passion in that shit, follow it and just don't be afraid to go all the way in. Like, I
100%.
think people were like, wait, country? Like, what country? But it's like,
What the fuck?
yeah, they're just not ready for it. You know what I mean? They're just their ears
Like,
ain't ready for it.
yo. Yeah,
Like
man,
I said,
Kismett.
the ice cream. You know, you never
The
know.
ice
You
cream.
guys-
Yep, there's a little
You
bit
got a
of the
specific
country
taste.
sprinkle.
Oh,
Mhm.
no, but we appreciate you being part of this community. It's been a blessing getting to know you, and we look forward
been
to
a blessing.
continue getting
Yeah.
to know you even better.
And appreciate your
Sure.
time today. Thanks for pulling up on
Appreciate
us,
you guys
doing
for
an
having me.
interview. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming to us. Like, we appreciate it.
Real
Like,
talk.
appreciate you guys for
I'm
having me.
excited. I'm excited to share this interview. Get it out there with the people, man.
January 1st. Y'all be on the lookout.
That's
Not,
not how we do
January
it.
1st, not January 1st, not January 1st, but in January. In
Yeah,
January. Y'all be on the lookout. Yeah, I was like, oh, I almost messed that one up.
I had
Not
the date
January
locked in.
1st, but
I had
okay,
the
you got
date
the
locked in.
date in January. Man, y'all be on the lookout. Much love to Kismett.
Yes,
Love
sir,
to
man.
y'all. Peace.